Welcome everybody, I'm Alexander Linz, head of content of WatchAdvisor.com, the largest search engine for wristwatches and official retailers on the net, and I have the pleasure to introduce you to Bani McSpedden. We are friends for many years. Long time. He's from Australia. And Bani, I want to make a little discussion with you. You interview me, I interview you about what we have seen here.
Sure.
You are a watch expert. You know what you are seeing, you know what is cool, not cool, good, not good.
Not an expert, Alexander, a commentator.
A commentator.
There's a very big difference. As an expert, you always meet someone who knows more.
But just tell me, you are working for an Australian newspaper.
I am the watch editor of Australian Financial Review, our sort of Financial Times.
Great.
Yes.
So, Bani, I will start the interview with you and then you ask me questions. Okay.
Yes.
So, Bani, Baselworld 2018, what would you say is the biggest or the most interesting trend you have been seeing here?
I think there are several trends. There usually are. One, blue dials. I've never seen so many. But also, for the first time, I'm seeing green dials.
Yeah.
So in case you don't like blue, there's green.
Yeah.
I think the other trend is the detailing of watches has changed over the years I've been coming here, and I'm sure the years you've been coming here.
Yeah, many.
The detail work, thanks to CNC machines, laser etching, whatever. The detail is incredible. Watches are a little bit smaller, and they're better value than they have been.
Yeah.
So you're buying more watch for the money at the moment than in some years.
Is there any specific product you wanted to name where you say, okay, this is really the proof for value for money, for details, for all you've been mentioning? Blue, maybe, even blue.
Well, I'd like to say the in terms of value for money, the Patek Philippe Aquanaut, which I was told was going to be an entry-level watch, but I learned that it's about 50,000 Australian dollars.
It's 38,000,
yeah. It's about 38,000 Swiss francs.
Yes. Entry price level, okay.
But I think two examples. The prime example, one example, if you like, would be Tudor.
Yeah.
There's no question Tudor's offering value for money.
Yes.
GMT watches, a very nice Black Bay 58, riveted bracelet. Why would you buy a Rolex?
Good question.
It raises the question because you're getting a lot of watch for the money with that watch. I think other trends we've seen. Look, as I said, there are always trends, but dial work. We're seeing some incredible dials here, not only from the Swiss, by the way, but also from brands like Seiko.
Yeah.
And I've not seen such depth of dials before. It's quite incredible.
It seems that the technology to make this happen seems to be much easier accessible, or is there, or has been refined, because so many companies now are able to do things on a dial. We have never seen that before.
I've asked that very question of a couple of CEOs here, whether it's Jean-Claude Biver or they've had a similar answer. They've said, well, it takes the designer to have the idea and then the equipment to be able to follow through on that. But there's no question some of the dials here could not have been made 10 years ago, or maybe even shorter.
Yeah,
I
fully agree.
Yeah.
No, the detail work is fantastic, and this is the face of the watch.
Yeah.
So when you look on it, that's what you see all the time. And someone once told me the decision if you like a design or not is made in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
When you look at something, 7 seconds, your brain tells you, no, go.
But also, as well as product news, there's also brand news here, which we always have. I mean, nothing has been more a talking point than the Rolex GMT Master, which, or Breitling and the turnaround, which seems to be happening at Breitling, all of the new models.
We just had George Kern rushing through here. He was talking to us. What did he say?
Orders 70% up on
70% up than last year. So if you need any proof if his concept is correct or not.
Well, I've been hearing the same things from other brands here, double-digit growth on last year. And as you know, Swiss figures have been going up in the last 12 months. There's not been a month where they've declined. So maybe that augurs well for the future. Hard to tell, because the watch business is part of the world and what's happening in the world.
Of course, yeah.
And
it depends a little bit on. But as more emotional the products are, we agree, I think. As more creativity there is in there, as more, let's say, history behind, the less you are affected by such things. Because if the product is good, you will probably also buy it if the situation or if your surroundings are not the best, if you are not in the mood. But it needs a lot of things that have to be right with the watch.
A watch is an emotional purchase now. We don't need one. We've got the time in our pocket, as we all know, the cliche. And a watch is almost totally emotional or design driven.
Yeah.
And if the design doesn't appeal, there's no emotion anyway.
Biber told me, I spoke with Jean-Claude, and he said, the best reaction, Alexander, is creativity, emotions, design, quality, and price. If we all follow these things, we will be
Well, I
there.
think that's also become evident in the product because we're seeing more color. I can recall coming to watch fairs and thinking, and you and I have had the discussion before about NATO bands.
Yes.
I remember putting a NATO band on a watch, and Mr. Urquhart, as he was at Amiga, then
Stephen
had never
Urquhart.
seen such a thing. He said, take a photograph of that watch for me, would you, and send it to me. And now we're seeing enormous variety in bands. NATO's on everything.
Everyone. And
know.
they even offer NATO straps as exchange straps. Yeah. Certina has done this. It's Diver DS200. It comes with two straps. There's a leather strap and you can exchange it yourself. You don't even need a watchmaker. You and there's a NATO strap or NATO strap in the box.
But there is one thing I think, I've been hearing about it, and I don't know if you have, and that is there's more customization possibility with watches now than there used to be. And I'm hearing more of that. And in fact, George Kern at Breitling said it is something they will be looking at, so that you can look at a watch and say, I would like that on the dial, I would like that on the hands, within limits, of course. Are you hearing the same thing?
Yes, I've heard that, and I think it's necessary to do it because I personally think that customers get more and more individual, and they want to distinguish themselves with a watch also. They distinguish with them what they wear, what kind of shoes they wear, shirt, etc. And with the lifestyle they have with the car. And take the car. You can choose everything in a car.
Exactly.
You choose your car. Why not doing the same with watches, offering them the possibility?
Within certain parameters.
Yes, of course. In a car, it's the same. Unless you go to those little IMGs or M departments or other departments. Oh, someone ran through the camera. Thank you very much, guy. Okay. But the watch industry should do the same. I absolutely agree.
It's headed in that direction.
So you think they are on a positive? They're going in the right sense, the positive way.
I think so. I think the only danger is to talk creativity and not be creative. This is
Gentlemen, how are
traditionally
Baini, the most brilliant journalist from the Southern Hemisphere.
Wei Koh,
he created watch journalism in Australia and in that region. And Alexander Linz, who is not only a brilliant watch journalist, one of the pioneers in the industry, but an incredibly handsome man.
Thank you so much.
How are you guys?
And my recently appointed PR agent, Wei Koh.
Indeed. Gentlemen, I bid you welcome to Basel Fair. This is not an enormous cigar. It's actually just weed.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
And we're going to go smoke it immediately after this. It's great to see you. The watches are amazing. The sausages are terrible. They're very expensive. Basel Fair, the infrastructure is horrible, but the watches are great and the creativity is here. Right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah?
We agree. We've just.
I liked your article.
Thank you.
I
What did you buy?
Okay, I let you. I let you, and I finished this interview because then we can have a chat.
What did you buy in this fair so far?
I think I'll go for the Tudor GMT.
I bought the Patek.
Which one?
The Nautilus White Gold Perpetual Calendar. What did you get?
Of course. No, I didn't.
Nothing yet?
No, the one watch I liked,
Yes.
the opposite of yours, was the Rado Captain Cook Tradition. I just thought it looked
Rado Captain Cook is cool.
Yeah,
It was really cool last year.
Yeah,
It was
the
phenomenal.
new ones.
Yeah.
Won a Revolution Award. Was it?
Wait, I say goodbye to everyone. Wei Koh Revolution. We have to say some words about Wei Koh. He was so kind to us. Let's say something about Wei.
Me? Oh,
No, you say.
Well, Wei is the standard bearer.
That's very kind.
He is the standard bearer.
Thank you.
Wei did one thing. He was one of the first journalists really to bring together emotions by writing differently, by bringing out the magazine that was differently with Revolution. That was really how do you call it? The heart of the machine. What was your title?
Celebrating the machine with a heartbeat.
Yes. And I like it because Wei was the first one to get away from that style where at the time being I was there, too technical and too that's how you call that, too stiff? No.
Austere.
Yeah, austere. And
yeah.
you were opening all that, and this is what you did. And I have
that's
to.
very kind of
No, and now we're all more emotional. Thanks to you. I've been reading your stories. Yeah, thank you.
Guys, listen. At the end of the day, we're all like I would say from the first generation of this industry, but we love it, and I think all of us have a just even greater enthusiasm to be here. And at the end of the day, these guys keep on doing a great job in terms of the watches. So, we're great. Gentlemen, I leave you to it. Lovely to see you.
Enjoy your wheat.
Take care, Wei.
So guys, thanks for watching. Bani, thank you very much. It was a great
Alexander.
pleasure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and to like our videos, and especially like this video, because as we had the same situation in at the SIHS, I was talking to Richard Mill and Wei jumped into. Okay, take care, guys. Thank you, Bani, and safe trip home. And I hope to see you back very soon.
You will.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.